So this is your old stomping grounds, huh?
It is indeed. Actually, I better put my sunglasses on.
Oh, yes,
I don't want to be recognized.
Of course.
Can't have legions of followers. You know, this is ancient Wall Street. I started work across the street June 9th, 1980, and this massive building down here on the other side, there's Cipriani.
Yep. What is that massive building?
Massive building is, it used to be a vacant lot. And so I started work here on June 9th, 1980. It was not a very great start. Because the previous day I had gone roller skating in Central Park, and like an idiot, I was skating downhill without knowing what was downhill, and there were like 8 grandmothers walking on the pavement, so I had a simple choice: take them down, or jump into the grass and
stop. So
that
was it for the grandmothers?
Well, no, no, I was a good boy, and I lunged out and I put my hand out, right hand out like this, and I lacerated my wrist.
Oh my God!
You know, because there's a lot of rocks.
Right.
And so on your first day on the job, what do? 12 hours, 24 hours later, roughly, you got to shake the hand of 500 people.
Oh my God!
Every time it was like, ah!
Oh wow!
But before I got in that morning,
we got a lot of beeping there. I don't know if we'll be able to use that audio. So we can have the building in the background now as you walk.
Yeah. So what happened was I was waiting to start work at 9 o'clock, so I was having a glass of iced tea and looking at this vacant lot where the building now is. A big vacant lot.
This building right here?
This building behind you. Yeah. And as I sat there waiting, 40 minutes or so, I watched drug deal after drug deal after drug deal go down, and it wasn't back office people buying drugs. It was bankers buying drugs.
Really?
From these drug dealers.
Huh.
And I just couldn't believe on my first day of work, June 9th, 1980, that's...
You were in your 20s, I presume.
I was 24.
Wow.
And...
so that was shocking to see?
Yeah, I mean, it was a better outcome than it might have been. Right before then, there was a New York City subway strike that threatened to actually be in action, and I was living up at Columbia Business School, all the way, in West. West Harlem,
100 and something street.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to get all the way down here by foot. So I got lucky in one respect, but the whole hand thing was not great.
No. So for people that don't know, down here on Wall Street, this is really the southern tip of Manhattan, and Columbia is all the way on the other end of the island, up north.
It's far away. It's that place that Barack Obama was supposedly attending around that time, I believe. Was it?
What do you mean?
Wasn't he at Columbia around then?
Was he? I don't know.
I think so. Supposedly he was, the early 80s.
I thought Harvard, no?
No, first he went to Occidental College, then he went to Columbia College, but nobody remembers him.
Oh.
And,
what happened?
we should write a book about that.
That's the never-ending title.
Right, so here we are on Water Street.
Oh yeah.
And we're trying to find 77 Water Street.
All right. Well.
There's 95 Wall Street. Let's go down a little way.
Sure.
See if it's this way. Maybe.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Sure.
What's this one? Oh, here's 75 Wall.
Huh.
Is this the office of the Clinton Foundation?
Well, yeah, maybe we should reveal to the viewers exactly what we're doing. We've been sort of mysterious about it here.
That's true. And what we're trying to do is, actually, what happened is that around St. Patrick's Day in 2011, so March 17th, 2011, the Clintons decided to stealthily move a large number of employees down here to Wall Street to an office at 77 Water Street.
Oh, wait, there it is right there.
All right, there we go. Look at you.
Let's look at that building. That's a pretty nice looking, fancy kind of building. Yeah. Huh. Well, so this is that email that we were talking about last week with Debbie Reynolds.
Diane Reynolds.
Diane Reynolds, sorry.
Debbie is still dead.
Right.
So yeah, what we're going to do now, we're going to have to be very clever here, Watson, when we go into that building. We're going to have to put, for a moment, our gear away.
Okay, yeah.
And just dress normally.
Okay, so let's
jump out of character.
Cut camera and we'll come back inside. We'll see what happened.
Alrighty.
Clinton Foundation here?
They used to be here.
They left?
Like a year ago now?
They left
More
you?
than a year ago, yeah.
Really?
They're like in Midtown. So
How long were they here?
like a year.
Really? I think they got here in 2011.
No, they were still in Harlem. They just came here for a little bit and they moved to 34th. Was it 34th?
There was one office they had in 34th Street.
That's what they all moved. They were here for like a year, maybe 2 the most, because it was just interns.
Just interns then?
Yeah, it was just interns.
And you were here then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. All right, we'll go Midtown and find them.
How long have you been working here?
7 years.
You ever see Bill or Hillary come in? You did?
Bill, Hillary, the daughter, Wiener was here, Uma. Say hi.
Well, who was better behaved, Bill or Hillary?
Hillary.
Hillary's
Better behaved?
The Bill Secret Service hates him. Not hates him, but because he likes to talk to people, you know. He'll stop and talk to people. Like Hillary's kind of like in and out, but Bill, like he'll shake your hand, he'll talk to you. Good guy.
Good. All right, well, we'll go.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks for that.
34th Street, huh?
There is no office at 34th Street.
So, what do you mean? How do you know that?
Because I know. 34th Street offices are campaign offices.
Huh.
Well, Charles, I mean, Mr. Holmes, we've just been inside the former location of they confirmed that the Clinton Foundation was there 2 years ago or something.
Well, I think, Watson, what we need to do is we need to review the evidence.
Yes.
We really need to look at the evidence a lot more closely. Now, what we've learned from the very garrulous young lady who said she worked there for 7 years.
Yeah.
Now, that would mean that she started in 2010.
Yeah.
Now, she claims that the Clinton Foundation was only down here at 77 Water Street for a year or so. We have evidence right here. We will be reviewing it with our viewers on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily this particular exhibit, but we will be reviewing this evidence with those of you who are interested. That in fact, they moved down here right around March 2011. We actually have, and I've sent it to you, we have the board package from the board meeting of 2012, December 2012, one of the elements of which are the minutes of the meeting held in December, I think December 20th, 2011, which was held at 77 Water Street according to the minutes.
Oh, really?
We also have the ability to go, and we will do this on our next broadcast, we have the ability to go into the New York State Archives online together and look and see what they filed for 2011, show you the law that applies. And the law that applies specifically states you have to list all of your offices in New York State. And last I checked, Manhattan was in New York State.
Yes.
You don't need to be
detective work, Sherlock.
You don't have to be a detective, Watson. You just have to remember basic geography, which they may not teach anymore.
Now let me ask you this: is it that woman was essentially like the security guard at the desk? Is it possible that the Clinton Foundation could have been there and she wouldn't know it?
Impossible. But what was
Why impossible?
because people constantly check in and check out. What she said was quite interesting. One of the things she said is that the people who worked here were principally interns. And this is one of the suspicions that I've long had, that what the Clintons do is they find gullible young people who are fresh out of school, who don't understand the
Just
rules.
excited to be working for the Clintons.
Right, and gallivanting around the world and meeting all these famous people, so they don't care.
Right.
And the Clintons then get these gullible people to do all their
Make mailing lists.
mailing lists, exactly. You know, next thing you know, they'll be making little voodoo statues or whatever and selling them on the street corner. But interestingly, we'll also be covering this as well. In May of 2008, we learned that a woman called Kamiki Gibson, we'll be sharing the details forthcoming, was engaged as an outside counsel by Bruce Lindsay to study the Clinton Foundation. And we have her resume. And in her resume, she claims that her principal work was to assist with 2 lawsuits having to do that were filed by employees who were suing over unfair wages and, in fact, not even getting paid at all.
Wow.
And so
employees of the Clinton Foundation.
Right. And so she's hired as outside counsel, but what she was really doing was doing a study of the legal status of the account, and we have that study. It's on WikiLeaks. We're going to share it with you and go in some depth. But it just shows the foundation completely out of control in 2008. And
Is there anything they do that's not criminal?
I guess it depends on how you look at the law.
It depends
Who
on
is
what
the
your
law?
definition of is.
Right, exactly. If you're the law, then everything you do is fine, right?
That was Nixon's idea,
I
right?
think
If
so,
the president does it, then it's not illegal.
Yeah.
I guess, you know something? That may be a philosophy that they really seriously embraced.
They am the law.
Yes.